God damn it. Hi, it's me, cannot speak English, Alice, and welcome to the stream. Hello, Pizza, hello, Cookie, hello, Rohan. I see some people are confused by the poll. I can't explain. In fact, I can't explain, but yeah, first of all, good morning. Good mornings. To just make myself look less like a weirdo. This happened just a bit ago. I wanted chocolate bananas, so I bought some from the Karna. It's currently here. Very yummy, but pretty pricey. So we're like, yo, let's just make chocolate bananas, ourselves, like smart people would. So we did that, And in fact, my brother did it. My little brother, he did it for me. And I ate two this morning, and it was fine, right? But then my mom put it into the freezer so the chocolate wouldn't melt, It's about a bit warm here. And when I ate it, just a few minutes ago, it burned my tongue. Did I suddenly become allergic? A banana is supposed to burn your tongue. Did anyone ever have an experience? I just want to know. But yeah, this is the history behind the poll. I don't know what happened. But the banana hurt. It wasn't for me. Mama said it didn't burn my tongue. But I was fine this morning, so I'm confused. I guess we just have to see. I guess we'll just have to see. Freezer burn? I have no idea what it is. What that is. We put it into the fridge as well. Alice, I may or may not be at Olympus now at FGO. Jesus Christ, Cookie. Wait a second, Cookie. I think, yeah. I think in this situation there's only one response that I can give, I should probably save it up. Just for the future. What is freezer burn, by the way? Am I supposed to know that? Oh, thank you. The moment that I asked, I see your response. You are always super fast. So, in regards to your findings about being already at Olympus, Cookie, I think there's this thing that is really interesting for you. It's called grass. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. I recommend touching it. Apparently, that really helps with that kind of stuff, with that kind of problem. I can't really give you more remedies than this, but yeah, I hope this side helps you. It's kind of abstracting my view, but yeah, it's pretty epic. This grass thing. Should just check it out. Freezer burn is a condition that occurs when frozen food has been damaged by dehydration and oxidation. It wasn't frozen food though. I think it just added being bad with bananas now. I touched grass yesterday. I kinda don't believe that, to be honest. I'm sorry, Cookie, but I don't believe that, to be honest. I'm just gonna become a grass VTuber now. I think this side might be better than me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. I have to do too many gymnastics so you guys can see me. Sorry, Grace, we're gonna have to leave. But I think the general consensus from what I get is that bananas are not supposed to burn your tongue, so that's good. But yeah, you haven't figured it out yet from looking at the thumbnail. First of all, really touch some grass. I don't know if it helps you respond, but maybe. We're gonna play some. I hope you're big excited. I'm probably gonna kill my voice today again, but it's for you guys, so it's valid. We're gonna play more of the FGO Lostbelt 4. If you missed it, once again I put my stuff into a playlist. We have the entire Lostbelt 3 and the start of Lostbelt 4 in it. If you wanna catch up after the stream. But I heard that Nimrod is streaming today, so maybe you should also check that out. Who is the bizarre looking dude on your screen, Alice? So, this guy is Lancelot. But like, crazy Lancelot. Wait a second. So there's normal Lancelot, he has like purple hair, he's pretty boring. And then there's now the crazy Lancelot. You know? He is Lancelot. He basically is just like, yo, King Arthur, kinda hate you and I wanna kill you. The only thing that he says is basically Arthur. He uses his noble panism thing. He just screams Arthur. If he uses, he basically is just Arthur obsessed. I don't really get the law behind him, because I'm not that interested, but take from it what you want. Oh yeah, who did you pick for your free SSR or... Oh yeah. I remember now who I picked. So for those who do not know, FGO gave us free 5 stars. And free 5 stars, I mean just one. But you could pick one. My logic was, right? I already have the best support in the game called Merlin. The best support in the game called Zugliang, aka Reva, aka Kung Ming from your boy Kung Ming. Yeah, that is also Kung Ming. And I also already had, Scotty. So I was like, why not just get the last of the support quartet? And so I got, where's she? Vermicon. That's the free 5-star that I got. I didn't really think too much about it, because the only 5-star I really want currently is Ishtar, and she wasn't available. So I just got Mikon instead. Your boy coming, you get it, Seth. Hello, by the way. Nice to see you. Hope you're gonna enjoy the stream. I was like, Kung Ming? I think I know a Kung Ming, and I was like, is that Reva? Wait, where's it? Kung Ming once he's jobless. Basically, like, look at him. And you think this is like the same Kung Ming from your boy Kung Ming? I don't think so. We have 3 months to Castoria. I have like the Japanese account, so I'm like, I don't really care that much if I don't get her, because I already got her once. So I'm just like saving for summer. I invested 410 rolls in Ishtar. I did not get her, so I am now depressed. I got like another 5-star roll, right? Didn't I? Wait, let me go to acquisition. Oh yeah, I didn't get a viral 5-star thing. I got her. That's the only thing that I got in my 10 and my 410 rolls. It's pain. It's bullying. And this is just the life you have to live through. I'm gonna close the poll, by the way. Thinking was about that poll. I lost about. He's more valuable than Kung Bingo, that's true, I guess. I guess that's true. But I mean, Kung Ming from your boy Kung Ming is also not really Kung Ming. I think Kung Ming was starting a rap battle. I heard in the actual history, he dissed the guy so hard that he died. Which, if it's true, Kung Ming, you dude. Damn son. I didn't tell you about the Zelda story, did I? No, I don't think so. You can elaborate, well. Gotcha is pain, especially in this game. Yeah, I heard they finally added a pity. Well, it's really bad though. I wasted 540 crowns trying to get Lolly Vinci, but failed. Cease efforts. It's very unfortunate, yeah. Okay. I played the Worlds round. God, I took few weeks grinding to get back my sand quads this die with. Oh jeez. 80 rolls. Jesus God. Yeah, Cookie, that's it's very unfortunate, isn't it? I am Julie. She was my first 5-star. I got her in my first try. Like first 10 roll. That's when I got Zelda. So yeah, Cookie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I finally got it to max spawn 10 and like I increased her bond limit. I really like Zelda because she's my first 5-star, you know. I always like my first 5-stars the most. But yeah. Unfortunate. In general, I have pretty good, right, characters. A lot of gold shinies. That's the most important thing. Just a lot of gold shinies. You just keep rosing on us. I'm just saber facing it on all of you. Yeah, I also got this dude. It wasn't even this raid up, so I'm kind of salty about that. Yeah, I got like, yeah, I told you guys I have like Ishtar 2 times. I got another melt for some reason. So melt is also on like NP2 now. I don't know why I got another melt, but you know, I'm not complaining. And Scotty is currently the only other 5-star I have on NP2. Because I got like her twice in the 10 roll. It's kinda... I've been trying to level up my characters, but you know how it is with FGO, it just takes so much. And so many resources wasted. Only max fun I have is Heracles? Heracles? Yes. I mean, he's a good character, Cookie. It's worth investing in. And he's very reliable. But we should probably start finally actually starting the story quest. So from what I remember, right? We went to India, where like basically if you're an atheist, you die, right? And so we met Karna there, and you know, all the people, and then Arjuna came in, but the Arjuna guy was like a rival of Karna. Was like, totally evil and decided to, kill everyone in the world. And Karna was sacrificing themselves once. And we don't know if we're gonna make it out alive. I think that's kind of the gist of it. Can I add you to my friend list? Sure you can. Sure you can. But I did say I was planning to do it, but I don't think I ever did. I don't really want my bank account necessarily showing it on stream, so I'm just gonna add it to my Discord. The link is in the description below. You can just join in there. I think I posted this once, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah. I'm chatting. I pinned it. If any of you want to become my friends on FGO, just go on my Discord, on my chattings. It's pinned there. Well, yeah. It's time for story questions now. I hope you'll be excited, because I am. I totally, definitely remember the story. I should probably... I'm gonna turn on the music now. There. And it's time. Vinmite is no longer valid. I already changed it to be indefinite. I swear to God, Discords, but thank you for telling me. Expires never. I said that already. I remember this, Discords. Thank you for telling me. Okay. I updated it. So now it should work. Oh, this is just a starting one as well. Section 6 of the Lostbelt, the relic called Falsehood. Loading. Are we still alive?
Good grief, talk about escaping by the skin of one's teeth. We may have paid a heavy price, but at least we managed to protect what we absolutely needed to.
Oh yeah, kind of sacrificed himself for us.
Even wearing nigh indestructible armor, imbued with the sun god's power, there's only so much one can do when the very world crumbles away. Truth be told, I'm impressed he lasted as long as he did. It was a feat akin to holding back all the waters of the ocean, or catching a falling star with one's bare hands. There are few heroes in all of history who could have withstood a cataclysm like that, even just for a few seconds. For us, those few seconds are truly the difference between life and death. Karna, hero of benefaction, I salute your strength and devotion. You have my eternal thanks. There's Nezan, no Karna. We've barely just gotten here and we've already lost 2 of our servants. As cold-hearted as this may sound, we can't move on if we keep our focus on the past. Let's go over what we've gained as well. Yes, I know, you're right. Go ahead, Holmes. That wave of light we observed just before we dived contained a truly unbelievable amount of magical energy. More than enough to convince me it was capable of destroying this entire Lostbelt, if I hadn't already seen it with my own eyes. No one hero should ever be able to wield power of that scale, but given that he clearly can, there must be a reason for it. We've even heard a few hints towards his nature already, the final god. Every Indian divinity evolved into one. So now I think we'd best hear more about him from someone I believe is uniquely qualified to answer. Then we come right to the point. What is he?
But chat, Scandinavia Pepperoncino is now on our side. I forgot it. Yo, my dude, what up? Okay, now seems like a good time as any for a bit of a chat. I'm sorry, I'm still sick by the way. I don't remember what voices I gave anyone. I came to the conclusion that Arjuna is just playing with Lego sets, so it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Plus, now that you've shown me what the reverse side of the world looks like, it's only fair that I reciprocate? No? Don't use big words, I'm very bad at big words, okay? Especially considering I'm sick. The rift between worlds, the inside of nothingness. The gap between heaven and earth, the space outside the universe. Here, where single moments pass an eternity, only he and the few beings he acknowledges are able to exist. Storage records, organization complete. Commencing reconstruction. Who are you? Limbo? Delightful. What a delightful way of molding the world as you see fit. I don't think I'll ever get tired of watching it. It's so unilateral, so transcendent, and above all, so violently correct. Ah, what a blessing it is to witness it so closely. Oh, my God, what up, my God?
If you say so. Personally, I think it's just plain boring. He even had the perfect chance to get rid of the Chaldea clowns, and he let them get away. What was he thinking? Unnecessary, defects deleted. Continuing, logic absorption, and conceptual repairs. Oh my, you should really be more careful. You're lucky he seems not to have hurt you this time. If he decides we're defective and unnecessary too, we won't be able to escape the recreation process either. He's a god after all. He gets to make those sorts of judgments. Right now the Chaldeans are a little more than pests to be cleaned up along with the rest of the trash. If he did decide that Alice and her little gang were truly unnecessary, he would send one of his
I'm very sorry, Indian people. Look up out
to handle them. It's not our place to say anything, let alone to do so
impertinently. Yes.
Now all we need to do is stand back and merely spectate as he recreates his world into his own perfect little sandcastle.
I think you were close with the Lego set, Cookie.
I may be wrong
to talk so fast. I may be wrong to draw plans and create molds when it comes to making sandcastles.
But as they say, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right.
He has the crazy eyes, I swear.
Why doesn't anyone else try their hand at it? The more we repeat the process, the closer we get to making the perfect plans and more. At the rate we're going now, why I expect it won't be long at all before we get there. Yes, I suppose the sand we use we may get worn and tattered the more we destroy and rebuild.
Oh gee, guys!
But that is a small price to pay to bring such a grand project to its completion, don't you think? So of course we will keep going. The foreign god's disciples consist of 3 altar eagles, but his monk is one to be especially wary of. Part of it is that he's very much rotten to the core. It also couldn't be more obvious when we end. He's going to cast off the few inhibitions he has, break everything in his path, and move on to do it all over again somewhere else.
Oh, I'm fine, guy. How are you?
It's if I look. I was saying I only dislike him because he reminds me of myself. I'm a patient woman, but even I can only take being lumped in with something like that for so long. Why don't you open your mouth and actually say something for once? Or is your job really just observing and nothing else?
Limbo remind me of a jester? I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. He does look like a court jester.
guess you didn't need to say anything there. Your actions couldn't have said, "I already see what this is going, blah blah." Louder than if you brought a megaphone.
Well, hello, who was it, lady? She's the alien god thing. We don't really know.
Alright, I just make do with modest gains in this Lostbelt and focus on finding out what went wrong. After all, I certainly don't want him getting in the way of my own future plans. Final value allotments confirmed. Entering. Executing.
Yeah.
Thus the world is reborn, its cycle begins anew.
Why does it feel like this Lostbelt had a lot more budget than the other ones? Okay, so we're now at the start of a new cycle, it seems. The Inception. Not to be confused with the Matrix.
So I'm sure you've all at least figured out this much, but the Arjuna is the core of his Indian Lostbelt. He's the reason this world became part of a pruning theoretical phenomenon. Let's see, to tie to Holmes's earlier question. Holmesy? This world was pruned away because in it, he gained the power you've just witnessed.
We're getting some philosophical right now, yeah. Basically FGO. What happened? What happened?
Just so you know, this is almost all speculation on my part, okay? There's no one around who can prove what really happened. Anyway, I don't know exactly when he got all that power or when this world became estranged from proper human history. All I know is that it was a long time ago, but I can make an educated guess. It was probably during the
Mahabharata. I'm sorry, once again, Indians.
Something happened right around when the war the Picts came to an end. Something that led to Arjuna acquiring every divinity in India. Right, you mentioned that earlier. Then it's really true? It would certainly make a kind of paradoxical sense given what we've seen thus far. A feat as extraordinarily as we're making the entire world simply wouldn't be possible without an equally extraordinary background. But it still doesn't explain how it happened. This is also just speculation, but I think you probably acquired the divinities in phases. And the most plausible explanation I can think of, he probably started by acquiring Vishnu's power, since his closest friend Krishna was one of Vishnu's avatars. What's more, Krishna was said to have one of the strongest connections to Vishnu of all his avatars. Not that I'm saying you're weak, of course, Remy. I'm perfectly able to understand the point you are making. Never mind the implications, just keep going. You got it, hon. So if Arjuna somehow got Vishnu's divinity from Krishna, peacefully or otherwise, it stands to reason they could have laid the groundwork to do the same with the other divinities. Vishnu is one of the most powerful gods in all of Indian mythology, after all. I expect he went around hungrily unifying all the other Indian gods and was lost by one, David, Indra, even Shiva and Brahma were no exception. So once he'd absorbed all the divinities, he became what he is now. And Arjuna with divine power over death and creation, ruler of his Lostbelt and capable of destroying and rebuilding everything alike. No, you can't even call him Arjuna anymore. He may have started as Arjuna, but he's something else altogether now. That's why he no longer has a shred of a heroic Arjuna's personality. You saw it for yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, it was nothing like the Arjuna we know, which I totally remember how he was like.
Yeah, he seemed disconnected, mechanical. I'm not sure how best to describe it, but it did seem very clear that we won't be able to reason with him.
Oh, hey, welcome, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. Hope you enjoy your time here. It was it?
Technically, this would not be the first such entity we've met.
Oh, bye, puppy. You sleeping? It's late for you, and have good sleepy sleeps. Night. I almost didn't see it.
Technically, this would not be the first such entity we've met. If you think back to Scandinavia, Situnai was an amalgamation of 3 divine spirits. But Arjuna would seem to be on another scale altogether. So much so it's hard to believe they're in the same category. At this point, it is all too plausible to accept that he is neither human nor servant, an entirely new divine conceptual being. Truth be told, I'm surprised he's even able to maintain his throne.
Alright, so we know what his deal is. Now what about you? What's your game here, Crypta? What a face! I mean, you're right, isn't it obvious? The only thing that's obvious about you is that your face practically screams, "Don't trust me." Well, I never have, you know. I was just trying to keep my embarrassment from showing. But alright, if you need me to explain, I can do that. After becoming a Crypta, I summoned Asvataman to be my servant. After I was assigned this Indian Lostbelt, the first thing I did was make contact with its king, Arjuna. Once I learned he was basically a god, I spent my first few months here trying to control him as much as I could. But after that foreign god Disciple showed up, Arjuna suddenly started behaving strangely. I guess the Disciple must have managed to sway him over to his side. Who is this foreign god Disciple?
He's a young man who always wears some sort of Japanese outfit. He calls himself a monk, but he's clearly failed on Myoji.
A monk? Maybe Limbo?
He's very handsome, but he's also thoroughly twisted and just rotten to the core. Definitely not my type. If I'd approached him, the odds were better than ever. When even one of us would have ended up dead. And we couldn't have that right, seeing how we're both technically on the flying God's side and all. So I always made sure to keep my distance from him. I never even got a chance to find out his true name.
At least we know he isn't Koyanskaya, and it sounds like he's not Father Kotomino. Or Rasputin either. Oh, Tee, I am fond of Koyanskaya. She may be evil, but she's a pure sort of evil. I see. I always thought Amyojis were monks, so I have no idea. I have no idea about different cultures. They're just throwing around words and I act like I understand them. To specialize in exorcisms, I'm just gonna take your word from it. If you say it's Seth, I believe you. Oh, did you send me a friend request or what kind of quit? Please wait a second. I'm gonna have to mute. I thought my mom, Mama Alice, came in to say something, but no. Mama Alice just wanted to let the cat in. Sorry. Tofu, hi Tofu. Welcome. Where was I? Teehee? Oh yeah, I read this.
You know her, she can cross between Lostbelt if she pleases, right? So I see her every now and then. But I haven't gotten a read on her. It's like she doesn't respect the foreign god despite being an alter ego. But anyway, Koyanskaya doesn't have anything to do with Arjuna. Basically, thanks to our alter ego, the male disciple Arjuna started taking a much heavier hand to his role than he ever had before. After that, it sounds like we needed more plans for running errands and such.
Oh my god, what's up with your face? Jesus Christ, Pepperoncino. So you went and took my contract with Asvatman, all because you just happened to be close by. And just like that, Asvatman was his and there was nothing I could do. A lot of good being a crypto did me right. At that point, all I could do was laugh at how absurd it all was. What? He just took your contract from you? He can do that? Thinking back on it now, I shouldn't be surprised, considering just how powerful a god he is. I just didn't really get how powerful that was until he was using that power on me. When to top all of it off, he went and summoned a few more servants all on his own. I don't know if he figured out all by studying Asvataman, or if the disciple told him, but I guess it doesn't matter.
The point is, once he had more servants on his side, I knew I had zero chance of taking his Vataman back. I get the impression that Vataman used to be your servant based on our earlier conversation. What I really want to know is what happened after that.
Oh, welcome. You had a good day. A good night's sleep.
After that, I ran away as fast as my legs could carry me, of course. I didn't want to die for nothing after all. That's really all it comes down to with me. But don't you cryptas have a duty to grow your Lostbelt? Isn't that how you're supposed to determine which one is truly worthy to rule?
Well, sure, but with India, rather with Arjuna here, it's just not going to happen. Honestly, I knew it was pointless almost as soon as I got here. It's easy to see this world as a dead end and nothing I can do about it. So I gave up on my responsibilities to grow this world's tree of emptiness. I mean, who cares who the king of the world is if you're not alive to see it? Kish Tower is probably already figured out that my Lostbelt's a lost cause. In David's case, I'm not sure. I wish he would show at least a little interest in it, but oh well. Oh, it reminds me of how you had run-ins of Karak, Ophelia, and Akuda. Well, if you're not going to make, if you're... Okay. It's missing a word here, FGO. You're not going to make this personal, I won't either. Besides, I can't go around arranging my comrades or talking about cryptas private things as they are right now, can I? So you're refusing to comment on the cryptas, is that it? And as long as we don't bring up the cryptas ourselves, you want to pose us as one, is that what you're saying? Take it however you like, but just knowing that little Alice back Karak and buried Ophelia, well, that's more than enough reason for me to want to avoid fighting her if I can. I noticed you didn't mention Akuda Hinako there. What about her? Oh, Akuda's a special case. I mean, she wasn't even human, right? She was never on anyone's side but her own to begin with, so I don't see any reason to mention her. You knew Akuda Hinako was a true ancestor? Akuda did a good job keeping her cards close to her chest, but I've always had a good nose for that sort of thing. I knew the instant I arrived at Caldea that she wasn't actually human. I'm starting to wonder if you're human too with those faces you make at Shred. God. What did you mean when you said this world is a dead end? Oh yes, that's the last thing I need to tell you about. Arjuna uses his power to destroy and recreate the world over and over, cycling it through periods called Yugas. I'd spare you the details for now, but while they're similar in some ways to India's original conception of Yugas, they ultimately diverge pretty widely. We have a couple of problems. First, he gradually is going through the Yugas faster and faster, when there's one of the things he does as he completes each cycle. Something he does when he remakes heaven and earth in between Yuga cycles, huh? You have already been informed about something along those lines, namely the judgment Asha told us about. I can infer what that judgment entails thanks to her telling us it involves everyone dying and coming back to life. But of course, now's not the time for speculation. Oh, why not? I love to get to see you speculating in person, Holmes. Hard as it may be to believe coming from me, I have no intention of interrupting someone else's explanation of a thorny riddle with my own half-baked theories. Well, if you already know that much, it will probably be faster to see it for yourself than anyway. Hi, it's me, Da Vinci, the beautiful genius who's been forced to keep her mouth shut and listen despite being just itching to jump into all this fascinating discussion. Our reality space observation results are finally stabilized, so we can emerge from our zero sail now. The longer we stay submerged, the more chance we have of something going wrong, so I hate to cut the Pepperoncino's explanation off, you know? I really think we should head back to reality space now, especially for our own. What do you say, Gotti? Alright then, go ahead. But I want our security to remain airtight and make damn sure we reservice inside the Lostbelt. Got it? Got it. Will it be safe for us to go back outside after we emerge? Oh sure, the rules about the Yuga cycle are 100% absolute. So I can promise you Arjuna won't try anything now if we've just started a new one. Well, when it comes to other dangers, I can't make any guarantees. I mean, I just don't know, you know? We can't let the mere possibility of danger hold us back. We may not be able to do anything about that cataclysm yet, but we just have to assume we'll be able to handle any other threats we ran into. Nessa and Karna may be gone now, but you still have Mash, myself, and Ganesha with Divine Spirit, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Are you alright? Sorry for being so down and with dumb. I'm okay now, I promise. I know I still have my Ganesha duties to fulfill. And besides, did you hear what Karna said? He asked me to take care of you for him. Can you believe it? A super great hero like Karna asking a loser like me for help? How does that work? Still, I don't think he'd have said that if he hadn't needed my help. So, that must mean he thought I was up to it. But he trusted me as a fellow servant. So I figure I may be a loser, but I can still do my losery best. If Karna's gonna put his trust in me, I might as well see if he saw something I didn't. Just don't expect me to be much help. Okay, I won't. Damn, Alice being savage. I come along and help too, of course. Besides, it's easier to explain things when you're seeing them in person. Is that alright with you, Alice and Mash? Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pepe. The frog. Yeah, Ganesha is holding a hamster. Yeah, it's so cute. Ganesha's design is genuinely cute. Hold it. What do you think you're doing, Pepperoncino? Have you forgotten you are a prisoner? Huh? But the border won't be leaving this Lostbelt until Alice finishes what she came here to do, right? So how could I possibly get away on my own? Besides, helping all of you is the surest way to help me survive too. Not to mention Mad Match, she just looks so adorable after all this time. But I can't help but want to support her anyway, you know? I see it. Thank you. Of course, if you insist on keeping me in here, well, I can't blame you for that. But are you sure it's a good idea? A good idea? Don't be preposterous. Of course I'm sure it's... No, wait. Hang on. What is... Oh my. It's gone so pale. Scared of keeping an unknown element like me here in the heart of operations. God, he's so easy to read. I could have Holmes and Captain restrain him, but what if he's planted a bomb inside his butt? Yeah, I agree, Pepperoncino. God is always thinking very rational about things. There's something frightening about him. It reminds me of a mercenary. He may have said he only wants to survive, but he's obviously not the least bit frightened about dying. I could easily see him blowing himself up and taking us all out with him. So then, the safest option would be... Alright, I suppose it would be the humane thing to do. Very well then, just this once, I grant you special permission to accompany Alice. But be warned, this permission is contingent on you obeying every order we give you without question. Refuse and I won't hesitate to take whatever measures I deem necessary. Is that clear? Okay, that's fair. If I die, I die. Works for me. You have a bomb inside. I swear to God, I love Gotti so much. Okay then, let's get going. Shadow border preparing to emerge. Everyone hold on tight. As soon as we're safely back to reality space, let's go see what this newly remade world is like. Let's go! Big hives, big hives. Say what? Damn, it's looking so pretty now. So is this still a tree that we need to go to? It's fun because he said he's not really feeding the tree. But it's clearly like on a more advanced state than the other Tree of Emptiness is. I wish I have zero idea what this cube thingy is. Oh, no battles again, just more story, okay? This one is very story heavy, apparently. I'm gonna make myself drink real quick. And I put my Coke into a glass. Let's go! A new cycle starts.
I experienced the Kali Yuga ending several times after Aspartaman was taken from me.
Ah, it's Pepperoncino. Okay.
I've had the light of creation wrapping me in a tight embrace, just as powerless to do anything as the people absorbed in their birthless prayers. As long as the god of this world doesn't consider you defective, at least there's no pain, you don't feel it. The light just keeps getting brighter, blinding you and even numbing you to the passage of time. The next thing you know, you're right back where you started, only everything around you's been changed. I don't know what the locals make of that experience. That was awful enough to almost make me vomit. I'd rather stick my head inside a festering dead body, or kiss a pile of excrement from a prison cell without plumbing to cheat. Jesus, Pepperoncino, what's up with you? Those options might be revolting, but at least I wouldn't have to be so frightened. So while I hate to admit it, when the light finally subsided and I found myself standing there, I would be relieved that I had avoided being taken away. It was never long after that my relief turned to worry, to a point that I could barely think straight. Maybe I just got lucky this time. What about the next time or the time after that? So in retrospect, it was inevitable that I would take action like this sooner or later. This time I managed to avoid the light by escaping to the reverse side of the world, so I thought I might feel differently now, but surprisingly nothing changed. Upon lying eyes on the new world of the cycle, I felt the same things as always. Loathing and discomfort. To use more contemporary slang, I just can't even with this world. I guess its God bothers me even more than I expected. In many ways, it's a perfect world. And yet, it's also just unbearable.
Look at how pretty it is. It's gonna get destroyed real quick again. Where are we now? Fall! Fall! The air smells sweet. There's water and flowers everywhere you look, and there's a calm and gentle breeze. What is this place? Wanna know what the most surprising part is? You're standing in almost the same spot that we zeroed hailed from. Our location didn't change, the entire rest of this world did.
Thankfully, there are no hostiles in the immediate area. Let's begin by paying another visit to the town of Piku.
Damn, Pepper! Something wrong, Pepper? You look kind of angry. What's that? You jealous of how soft and smooth my skin is? Well, it's all I'm upkeep on. Unlike Miss Never Changing Akuda, I actually have to work to make sure I look this good. Go on, feel how supple my cheeks are for yourself. We're my pride and joy, you know. But it's okay. Oh, silly, there's no need to be shy. But anywho, going to visit the town next month sounds just dandy. The topography and plant life changes that come with the new Yuga are just surface level details. The thing that changed the most after what Arjuna did will have been the people. Hey, let's go check out the town then. Understood, but make sure to keep a borders location in mind at all times from now on. I want us to ever have to run for our lives like that again if we can help it. Got it. What in the world? Fufu? Wow, that's not a single brick out of place now. In fact, this is exactly what the town looked like when I first came to Israel. I can't believe it. It's like the Kali never attacked it at all. What in the world is going on? And there's the people going about their lives here. They all look
happy now. We're practically beaming. Great. Look for this.
Oh, it's not the... Huh?
Goodness, you're okay. This is wonderful news, just wonderful. This truly must be the God's will. All is right with the world once again. Oh no, that isn't quite right, is it? First, I owe you an apology. No matter how dire the circumstances were at the time, I should never have spoken to you like that. I know it won't be enough to truly make amends, but I'll be including all of you in my prayers from now on. I only ask that you please not hold what I said against the people of this lonely town.
What? Yesterday he wanted to run us out of town and now he's all happy to see us? Fool! He really is sorry, apparently.
Didn't you say we were godless heretics you wanted nothing to do with?
Don't be ridiculous. The fact that you're here now is proof you overcame the last Yuga's difficulties with us. That makes you all one of us now. You are our friends, our family. And not only that, today is a blessed first day of Kutta Yuga, the Yuga of peace. Are you hungry? If you like, you're welcome to come and eat with me in my mansion. I want you to prepare some fine ornaments for the young ladies. We also have plenty of beautiful flowers. Yeah, but that's cool and all, but I wanted to check out if Asha is okay. Well, that's a pity. I was hoping to introduce you to the rest of the townspeople. By the way, the mansion over there is my house. I'm afraid it ended up that big on account of my being major. It's very embarrassing living somewhere on Ancestor as that, but it is not without me. Please feel free to come visit me whenever you have the time. You'll always be welcome in my home. Okay then. Goodbye. What the heck? I've never seen someone go from jackpot to sweetheart in no time flat like that. They seem belated.
It's probably because Kutta Yuga, the Yugas of happiness, tends to make most of the locals friendly and kind-hearted. But of course, I'm sure there are exceptions.
Oh, Asha's dead. What up? Don't trust Prakash person. Yeah, I kinda don't. Don't worry, Bizarre. He was kinda mean to us at first.
You guys again.
Oh, Master, it's a Jai. He doesn't seem any different now than he did before. I'm not judging either way. I'm just surprised to simply hearing him click his tongue again has made me feel so relieved. And then there's... Oh, it's you guys. This is such a surprise. So you made it to a new Yuga, huh? It's great. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we did make it. I'm glad to see you okay too, Asha. I sure am. I prayed extra hard, so I didn't get hurt at all. I see. It's wonderful. Oh, but speaking of hurt, is your dog, Vihan okay? You had a slag before the Kali Yuga, right? I don't see him with you. Huh? What? No! Wait, so they just... get... Oh... Oh, gee. Oh no, I can already see this setup leading to some really sad moments. No. Who's Vihan? Oh my god. She doesn't remember her doggo. So I guess Vihan, because he was hurt, he got hurt. Oh, right before I forget that. Hello, Cookie. We're friends now. And this deep voice, it's different. I'm glad you guys like it so much. So from what I get, because Vihan was hurt in the leg, right? So I guess Arjuna saw that and was like, oh yeah, Vihan is hurt, so Vihan is defective now, so we're gonna erase him. And if Vihan is erased, it's like he never existed before. That's kinda effed up, man. That's kinda effed up. I really can see this ending really badly. I can see this ending in a lot of ways, and I don't like a single one of these. Okay, apparently, wait, no. I'm gonna use Puggy, I'm gonna use you. You're gonna help me with this Lostbelt now. Not my farming team won't really make sense. Yeah, sure, why not? And let's use another saber. You got this, Alice? I got this. With the power of friendship on my side. Oh.
Alright, it should be safe to discuss this now that we've come this far. What is the meaning of this? This world runs on the Yuga cycle. Well, needless to say, there aren't proper Yugas. A real Krita Yuga or Sakya Yuga, depending on who you ask, is supposed to last for 4,800 years. Then the Treta Yuga is supposed to last for 3,600 years, the Dwapara Yuga for 2,400, and the Kali Yuga for 1,200. And on top of that, Visa and God years, they each run is equivalent to 360 human years. Suffice to say, we're talking about a really long cycle. Whereas in this world, it would seem only the ratios have been preserved, given that each Yuga is apparently 4, 3, 2, and 1 day long respectively. That's right. But the people I've talked to here said things weren't always like this. It used to be that the Yuga cycle lasted for hundreds of years, or maybe even longer. So, that is what this world was like immediately after it was pruned away and became a Lostbelt. Right, I'm sure a period where Kali would show up had to have been proportionally longer back then. But I also bet they showed up much less frequently than they do now. Otherwise, the people here would have gone extinct long ago. But over time, the cycle got shorter and shorter, and now it only lasts 10 days. I have the feeling that drastically shortened cycle is why there are so many more Kali now. They used to only be let out a bit at a time, but now the floodgates have been opened, so to speak. Why did Arjuna shorten the Yuga cycle so much? Part of it is thanks to that disciple pouring poison in his ear, like I said earlier. And part of it is that the Tree of Emptiness has given him power he didn't have before that lets him do so. Yes, I know that only addresses the how, not the why. I'm getting to that. I think the reason he sped things up so much is to reach whatever, and he has in mind for always much faster. In short, it looks like he's in a rush to create his perfect world.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, now that I can finally answer the question that's been plaguing all of you. What exactly happened earlier? The answer is that it's something unique Arjuna does, something that isn't meant to happen in a normal Yuga. Whenever one of these shortened Yuga cycles comes to an end, he purges everything he considers defective and unnecessary from his world. He believes that by repeating that process over and over, he'll eventually arrive at a perfect world devoid of anything it shouldn't have, or as he thinks of it, evil.
We kinda wasn't evil, man.
I see, so his purging must include living things, not just inanimate objects. Right, and as far as I can tell, when a living thing is purged, it's like it never even existed. So that's what happened to the poor dog that couldn't run after breaking its leg. Can't believe it. She loved that dog more than anything, and now she doesn't even remember him.
Yeah, that's harsh.
It happens to anyone who's unlucky enough to be killed by a Kali too. That's a sort of disqualifying offense.
Same goes for people who end up as social pariahs. Does any of you guys know what pariahs means? I've seen you guys are better in English than me at this point.
Arjuna himself ends up judging you to be flawed. When the next Yuga rolls around and just cease to exist. It might sound contradictory, but I think Arjuna adjusts to things like that whenever he remakes the world. I see that would explain how continuity and discontinuity can exist simultaneously in any Yuga. For example, Asha may have completely forgotten her beloved dog, but she still remembered all of you. But how does such a thing even work? I'm not entirely sure myself, but I can tell you what the blabbermouthed symbol of a crying god said. He said Arjuna collects every bit of data that makes up a world whenever he blows it away, kind of like a snapshot. Then when it's time to begin a new Yuga, he uses the data, it's called snapshot A, to reassemble the world. As he puts everything back together, he removes all the elements he deemed defective and unnecessary, and in the end he has a new world based on snapshot A, by reflecting the changes he's made.
Oh, I get it. He's a cheater. He's basically hacking his save data, changing the parameters to suit his preferences before reloading it. Cheaters, the scum of gamers everywhere. Don't they know hacking saves takes all the fun?
He's not doing this to have fun. All he cares about is making what he considers to be a perfect world. A world consisting only of what is truly necessary, with nothing wasted or evil to be found.
Now I know what genre he's playing to. He's into 4X games. What are 4X games? Dude, you're even dropping words with him, I don't know. 4X games definition. Oh. Global strategy games. Got it. Bam. Help you God. Bam. You now know. Googling when she's about to explain anyway. I swear to God. A 4X game is a simulation where the player just sets the initial parameters and then reverts it off plays out from there. And if you're a cheater, if something happens in your sim that you don't like, say if an enemy nation takes you by surprise and invades you, you save your game, hack your data, and reload, as like the enemy nation of aspiring you never existed. That's the kind of thing we're talking about here, right? Arjuna's just doing that over and over until he wins, right? I swear, what's the point of even playing if you're just gonna cheat to win? Death to cheaters, that's what I say. And now I get what's going on, I think. 4X means explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. I'm not sure about that, but at the same time, it kind of sounds right. Video game analogies aside, if it's true, it sounds like Arjuna isn't remaking the world from scratch every time he resets the cycle it. Instead, he's basically treating the world like a model, adding new parts and removing old ones. Then it would stand to reason that, strictly speaking, the people here may not be dying and being brought back to life. Yeah, it seems more likely that everything down to their souls is being saved as data, and that their memories are being modified when they're put back into the new world. And if that's the case, we're talking about a much smaller scale beat than creating the entire universe from nothing. It's still a big freaking deal, don't get me wrong. But if Arjuna's got every Indian divinity and support from a tree of emptiness, it's theoretically possible. I'm beginning to see the larger picture. There's something about this Lostbelt that is almost reminiscent of the singularity. The Russian, Scandinavian, and Chinese Lostbelts we've seen so far were all the result of a world where some definitive event happened in their respective pasts to dramatically change the course of history. But this Indian Lostbelt is still in the middle of its definitive event. Here, its king is continually trying to evolve this world by regularly recreating it, with parameters that would be unthinkable in proper human history. While he has yet to reach his goal of a perfected world, I suspect the reason this world was ruined is that the very act of trying to change it in such a manner was considered a mistake. Ahem.
What is it, Director Garloff? If you have any questions, please go right ahead.
Do you? Ever? Shut up. I don't mind you explaining things, but I insist you do so consciously, in a rapid I can read at my leisure. Stop throwing exposition at me. You just gave me flashbacks to one of my teachers in my clock tower days. You won't show me if I felt like days on end. Who cares if the people here are technically dying or not when this world is remade? The part that actually matters is that we will die if we get caught in that.
I suppose you do have a point.
Of course I do. No, and I say we pivot this discussion to more practical matters. Namely, how do we stay safe? And what is our next course of action? Yuga, Pepperoncino, It's only by my good graces that you're running around outside instead of being confined in a border and a lock and key. Now repay the favor by telling us something we can use, damn it. Something you can use, huh? Well, I guess I can think of one thing. Pulling off a fevered massive takes a lot of Arjuna, so he's unable to move around much. And I don't just mean that long stretch of time at the end of a Kali Yuga when he charges up at normal phantasm. I'm pretty sure that unlike most servants, he doesn't do much of anything the rest of the time either. I guess he just doesn't have access to the energy he would need to do more than ride that Vimana of his. I think that's how he spends most of his time, just riding around the Tree of Emptiness on his Vimana. Of course, he might look like he's spacing out up there, but I'm sure he's actually keeping a close eye out for the next bit of evil to crush. It's probably got something to do with containing so many powerful divinities within himself. It would also explain why he seems so devoid of personality. But then, isn't that exactly why you will need other servants to handle other things for him? Aswada did say something about that, didn't he? Yeah, he did. I think he called himself a Lokapala. Lokapala. In original Indian mythology, Lokapala were said to protect the world. They were the guardians of all directions. Well, I don't know what that could mean. We know who Vanessa is now, but who were those other two servants? I'm afraid I don't know. I was already on the odds of Arjuna when he got around to summoning them. By that time, he just considered me an outsider he didn't need to worry about. Well, since I'm Aswadaman's former master, he did tell servants to eliminate me if they happened to see me. Suffice to say, I have no idea what their true names are, but I get the feeling they're Arjuna and Costa. I think I could make an educated guess, but there's no point in speculation at this point. We need solid info. Well, this seems like a good time to tell you that the servants are not the only enemies we face here. There are also the sacred beasts, the mystical creatures who people here refer to as the agents of God. All those were primitive guardian beasts that Arjuna made to counteract the Kali. They manifest naturally. And since there are almost no Kali during the peaceful Kali Yuga, the beasts are supposed to just run around like normal animals. Supposed to? Oh my, you're a better listener than I took you for. Attentiveness is a wonderful quality, you know. Oh. Sacred beasts. I guess it means that Arjuna really doesn't want us here then. So of course they'll take us on sight now, just like the Kali. These sacred beasts run around just like ordinary animals, yes? And we clearly can't let our guard down just because it's Kata Yuga now. Still, I don't know if it's the sunshine or what, but my body feels light and all. This shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'm sure you guys hope I can hold my own in the fight. Or at least I hope I'll be able to. Let's go! Finally! 1 hour into the stream, finally battling! I don't know why, but my stuffed nose is showing up again. Very sorry, guys. It's been 2 weeks, guys, since I got sick. I can't believe I'm still not recovered, man. Let's go! I'm gonna kick the butt with that. What did we just get? Oh, nice! It's just a Merlin buff, apparently. I don't think we need this necessarily, but... I know you're pretty busy. Hope you like arcade and stuff. I'm sadly still sick. My nose is really stuck right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm hiding you. I missed you. Wait, I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Wait a second. Okay, sorry. I was about to suffocate from my stuffed nose and I didn't want you guys to hear that. It reminds me soon, right? I solve a thing. Super big excited. Okay. Gonna kick their butts now and Nimisi. I'm gonna show them how good I am. I missed you. I haven't gotten to see any of the stuff playing. Yeah, I was sick as well. So I was like, I was missing your stuff as well. Sorry, you're still sick. Hope you get 100% again soon. I hope so too. I went to a doctor and we think I might have had the, you know, the Voldemort virus, the virus that shall not be named. I made a test, but the result isn't back yet. Yeah, it might have been this. And I'm just having like more long-lasting, you know, symptoms. It kind of sucks, but what can you do once you're sick, you're sick. Drink some hot tea to clear your nose. Yeah, maybe I'll make myself a hot tea after this stream. You also still have the chocolate bananas, but I can't eat them because of tongue burning. No. Yeah, I'm drinking coke currently, but I'm probably gonna make myself some tea. I think I need it. Time for a noble plan. You don't know how to spell the very name. Me neither. No, how to spell either. Let's go. Talking about the TiVo, I feel bad because Nim just came in. But I think I'm just gonna end it after like chapter ending, just so I can get some tea in. Because my stuffed nose is getting a bit gross. And I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable with me like suffocating every 5 seconds. So yeah, I might have to end it soon. Perfect in timing with Nim's stream. And I have to see. Feel bad because I want to stream for long now, but apparently my body isn't wanting me to. Let's go! These guys are actually pretty tough. Jeez. Oh, that's not very progress of you. I don't know if you saw him, by the way. We made chocolate bananas, but when my tongue started to burn after I ate the chocolate banana, so now I can't eat the rest of the chocolate bananas because I don't know if I'm like suddenly allergic or something. I'm big sad now because I really like chocolate bananas, but it made my tongue will burn. Or it's like, what? Eating the chocolate banana kind of hurting. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But that's when I realized maybe something's wrong. Just need more rest and then you'll revive, as however that saying goes. I've been resting a lot and it doesn't help. I guess me resting also means that I'm studying. Which technically does not constitute as me resting, I know. Just don't be like me. As I always like to say, don't be like Evan. I would have known. Parents did that too. My tongue for 2 years randomly. I ran away. Aww. At least they ran away. Carrots are like one of my favorite vegetables. I have a little
Good
morning, good morning. How are you doing?
これこそは我が父を滅ぼすジャケン
Ma-
クラレント・ブラスト
We did it! The red
じゃあ次
sable.
に行こう
Oh. Da 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 da. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel bad, sorry, as he just came in, John. But, I am kind of really sick. And I'm noticing that it's just kind of getting worse and it's a bit difficult to talk. So I'm gonna have to prematurely end the stream here. Cause I don't think it's gonna be enjoyable for you guys to just hear me like, stumble around my words a lot. So I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm on the stream for long. I know I haven't been streaming too much, but I can only do what's physically possible for me. So I think it's better if I end it now. Sorry if it's a bit too sudden. If I cried a cold last night, no, John. I infected you apparently. I infected you virtually apparently. My timing is impeccable. I'm so sorry, John. Yeah, I was just noticing like I'm stumbling through my words cause like stuffed nose can't get air in and stuff. But yeah, ask get lots of rest. Yeah, thank you. No, I'll be resting tomorrow, and after that we're gonna stream again. I don't care if I'm still sick. I'm gonna stream. God damn it. So, be excited for tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. We're gonna play. Wait, let me show you guys. It's a free game on Steam. I saw it. It looks so cute. Like, unironically, it looks so cute. Let me show you guys. This is the... this is a big picture, jeez. We're gonna play alpaca sticks. It's a free game on Steam that I saw. Look at how cute it is! The play as an alpaca. So be excited for that. The day after tomorrow, okay? Don't worry, I don't blame you for my cold. Except I do. How could you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah. I'm trying to heal you with my cuteness. This is working. Just you wait. It's gonna have some long. It's gonna cure you soon. It's gonna shorten your sickness. And if it doesn't help you, then the cuteness of alpaca sticks will definitely help you. So yeah, see you the day after tomorrow, and maybe today at Nim's stream, because I'm gonna plan to check it out. And yeah, sorry for ending it so soon, but I'm gonna make myself some tea now, and hopefully I'll be back 100% soon. I really should ignore my alarm and wake up at the last minute to see at least 5 seconds. Can't wait to see you at the last 5 seconds, John. Can't wait to see you. I'm gonna set up an alarm for me as well. But with this, see you soon. And it's time to say goodbyes. So, boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo.